How's it going, guys? Today I have something a little bit different. I'm going to be telling you my opinions and a little bit of a review on a new set of wrenches that I got. They are the SATA 120p wrenches. And yeah, I'm going to get into a little bit about what SATA is and why they are exactly the same as gear wrench. All right, so these are the SATA ratcheting wrench set. This is the 7-piece. You can get this on Amazon. It does come with a lifetime warranty, and pop it in like that. You get 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 18 in this set. And these are the 120 models, which means that they have 120 positions in the ratcheting box end. They are long pattern, and they do have, let's see if I can get to focus there. Maybe not. Okay, well, they do have some kind of a non-slip open end on that side. And a little bit about SATA as a company. SATA, I believe, operated overseas for a while, and now they are owned by Apex Tools, and Apex Tools has brought them to the States, and they're supposedly going to be sold exclusively on Amazon. And Apex Tools is also the parent company of Gear Wrench. So that's why the 120 is kind of familiar, because these are supposed to be exactly the same as the 120 XP wrenches. Now, the interesting thing about these wrenches is I picked them up for sale on Amazon for $25, and I believe today, the day that I'm recording the video, a few days later, they've gone down even in price again, down to $22 for this set. And I think for $22, they're a pretty dang good deal. I think really any ratcheting wrench set for around $20 to $30 is usually a pretty dang good deal, especially because these are long pattern and they have this 120 position box end in them. So I do have a few gripes about these. The box end, I'm not really exactly sure if it explicitly has 120 different degrees of engagement. I'm just gonna kind of have to take Gear Wrench and SATA's word for that, because it's really hard to sit there and, you know, count every single tooth inside of these, because the way that these work is on this ring gear here, you have 60 teeth externally, and then there's a paw down here, and there are, well, specifically on these, there are 2 paws down here that alternate one tooth off from each other. So supposedly on a 60 tooth gear, you have 1 paw engaged, and then about a half a degree of turn later, you have a 2nd paw engaged, and this first one disengages. So you have 120 positions of engagement. There's really no way for me to verify that. I do think that they are very smooth, and I like them. I'm not 100% sure that there actually is 120, positions of engagement. They are decently thin, which I like, and the box end up here has this very low profile kind of shape to it. They're not very thick this way either, which is nice, and I do like how they are long. The finish on them is pretty decent. I don't necessarily like how the numbers are painted. I think that that's just going to wear off over time. That's just a personal thing with me. And I think that my biggest gripe with this set is that it doesn't come with a 19 millimeter, and the MSRP of this is about $90, $80 to $90. And I definitely don't think that I would pay, $90 for a set of non-reversible ratcheting wrenches in such a small assortment here, because you're missing, 9, 10, and 16, 17, and 19 millimeter. And I mean, that's a big set of wrenches, 9 to 19 straight through, and you're definitely probably going to pay over $100 for something like that. but I think that $90 for this set is just a little bit too much in my opinion. I do have a few other ratcheting wrenches here that I wanted to compare this set to. Move those over to the side. I have an old Cobalt here. This is a 12 millimeter. These, I believe, are 72 teeth. And then I have an older gear wrench here. This is also a 12 millimeter. And I believe this one also is 72 teeth. This Cobalt wrench is probably about 8 years old, and the gear wrench is probably around the same. My thing about these is they, I mean, you can tell that they're kind of designed around the same time. They're about the same length. They're decently short. The ratcheting, the box end on them is kind of atrocious. They're both really pretty big, pretty beefy. The mechanism on both of them I enjoy. I think they're both decently smooth. They're both pretty well worn in as well. There is no kind of locking feature or anti-slip grip on the open end on these, and the gear wrench here is quite a thick wrench. It doesn't fit in some places. These are an old design. I think that they are pretty tried and true, and you can pick up pretty much both of these sets of wrenches probably in like an 8 or 9 or 10 piece for under 50 bucks usually. So they still hold their place for sure. I think that this SATA set here is a good deal for the sale price, and I would definitely suggest that you guys go out and check out SATA. It looks like Gear Wrench is going to kind of be trying to move more towards a tool truck model, which is pretty interesting. And I think that they're offering this SATA line to still be able to get people the the tools that they want if they don't have access to the truck. You just won't be buying them under the Gear Wrench name anymore. You'll be buying them under the SATA name. They also have the 120XP ratchets. They have some other different ratchets that are 72 teeth that look very similar to the Husky ratchets. They might be the exact same thing. And then there are screwdrivers and pliers, and there's a decent assortment of tools that they're offering right now, and I think it's only going to grow. So final thoughts on these, I think that definitely pick them up for the sale price. If you can get these under 40 bucks, I would say it's a decent deal. And then if you need to, you can add on 19, 11, 9mm, whatever you need in the Gear Wrench 120XP line, or SATA may be coming out with more sizes. We'll find out in the future. This is a very new tool company to be offered in the US, so we'll see what they have to offer. So I found a bolt on the engine of the Lincoln that I'm just going to put all these ratcheting wrenches on, just so that way you guys can see a little bit of a real world comparison of where they'd fit and how they'd work. So that bolt there is a 13mm, and we're going to put the SATA ratcheting wrench on that. Pretty easy to break loose with the long pattern design on these. I definitely like that. Now we're going to do an old school gear wrench. Definitely a little bit different of an action, and you can tell that the larger box end on these kind of gets in the way a little bit. Now this is the old Cobalt. This wrench is almost silent. It's kind of strange. Definitely the same thing. The larger box end kind of gets in the way a little bit. I definitely do prefer the smaller box end on the SATA wrench. Just gonna take this off here one more time with the SATA. Definitely a decent wrench for sure. So, let me know what you guys think about the SATA ratcheting wrenches. I think they're pretty decent. I think that they're a definite buy at, 25, 22 bucks. And if you guys like this video and you want to see some more stuff like this, or you want to see some more stuff that I use or Dylan uses to work on the Lincoln, just let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.